Steph Curry's dynasty is dying. The Warriors couldn't save him, so I did. I sent Giannis to Golden State. Now, what happens if two Finals MVPs are trapped on the same team, sharing the spotlight? Each one already has one. The first to three Finals MVPs owns the franchise, entering the playoffs for the first time together. The first threat they face is Anthony Edwards, one of the best new talents that the league has right now. Ant-Man is averaging 33 points a game, and he's doing it with a career high of shooting 41% from three. But Steph is ahead of him, shooting 46% from three. A one-man army isn't always the answer to win. Ant may get comparisons to Jordan, but his resume is nothing like Jordan's. His athletic ability and his work ethic is what gives him that comparison. Ant-Man is going to go at Steph Curry every chance he gets, but who's going to stop Giannis? Giannis is averaging 30 points as well. Julius is his matchup. The odds point to Giannis taking over, but that doesn't mean Steph can't keep up out of nowhere and show Ant how it's done. So the ones who came out on top was the Warriors. Ant-Man tried everything within his reach, but you need a team to win a series like these. Giannis is coming in hot, therefore entering the Chase Center with flashing lights, the crowd ready to cheer for victory. This only brings a familiar feeling. They've been here before, but now, which one will set the tone? Their opponent this time is a young, hungry Detroit team, being led by rising star Cade Cunningham. Detroit is known for its physicality, but does not have the experience the Warriors do. For these next four games wasn't a challenge at all. Steph performed well, but Giannis performed even greater, giving him the lead 2-1 in the race. Curry isn't going to let up either, tapping into MVP Curry, taking the most ridiculous shots imaginable. Heading into the first round, they match up against the free throw merchant, Shea. This becomes the most difficult series yet. Thunder catch fire, leading the series 3-1. Steph Curry puts a team on his back. In the next two games, he ties the series, leaving only a game 7 being made to determine the future. And in that game 7, the Warriors take it by a landslide. And now entering the second round is a Kyrie Irving and a hungry Cooper Flag. Kyrie Irving is carrying the Mavs as a one-man army, but as I said before, a one-man army isn't enough in a series like these. Kyrie can put up a dominant performance, but with Steph coming off a heated series with the Thunder, that wasn't going to be enough to stop him. The team you should be afraid of is the Spurs. Having a rising and dominant center in Wemby, while also having an impressive backcourt, this is going to cause a lot of problems for Golden State, because a bad performance can cost a series. And knowing that, Steph has no choice but to perform, because if he doesn't, Giannis can outperform him, or the Spurs can take advantage and move on to the next round. Meaning every game from this point felt like a game 7. So when the actual game 7 arrived, this game determines grit, or who wants it more. Now I'm going to walk you through this game 7.
Oh, he found Steph Curry! That's good!
The Spurs are scrambling to find a bucket, so Wemby takes a fadeaway that doesn't seem to fall. And how Golden State responds?
Sizing him up, step back. Good! Wemby's trying to force it in. Wemby throws it up. And it's good.
This was getting good. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Steph Curry was gonna hit this one.
Pull up 3! Oh, he misses.
The Spurs look real desperate, because I don't know what type of shot this was, but he took it. Spurs had no other options but to foul. Steph Curry being at the line is the one thing you don't want. And the Spurs are trying their hardest to attack Steph Curry inside. As you can see, that became a flawed solution, which cost him the series. But it gave Steph the edge he needed to make the finals. So this finals for him is the difference between winning and losing the race. But what we need to pay attention to is their opponent. It's the Celtics, but not how you know them. Instead, James Harden is on the Celtics. Turns out, he's just a decoy. The whole playoffs, the Celtics are the kings of Game 7. So the energy shifted towards Jason Tatum in the past 2 games. Now he's starting to like the real MVP. Giannis is not too far from Tatum, but the question is, what is Steph going to do? He locks in games 3 and 4. Steph has been in this position before, so he isn't fazed by a tied series. Game 5, he shows up and takes the series lead and the momentum shifts. But this game 6 is the most important game to him. He needs to win one game to avoid a game 7. Then he needs to outperform Giannis. And if he doesn't manage to do any of these things, then it was all for nothing. Game 7 is something they cannot afford. Boston, right now, is known for taking these games. So Game 6 arrived. Boston could have contained Steph. Steph made a statement in that series. 1. Boston doesn't ever have a chance of beating him. 2. Even at 39 years old, he's still at MVP status, meaning the race is tied and the marathon continues. Even though Steph is in prime time and Giannis is dominant, these next seasons aren't going to be a walk in the park. Because the Spurs, they get their revenge from last year. Wemby goes on to win his first championship, and it doesn't stop there for the Spurs. They continue to be dominant, become back-to-back champions. Wemby's looking like the future of the league. As Steph and Giannis, they start to look like dinosaurs. Now we enter a season that could potentially be the retirement for the both of them. So this is a season where everything matters the most, with time not being on their side either. So who's gonna come out on top? The biggest threat is the Spurs. Before they even get to the Spurs, they have to take down the Pelicans. This Pelicans this is a young team with no Zion or direction. Instead, they have something that the Warriors don't have, which is a solid team. And since the Warriors don't have a solid team, there's no one really to clean up Giannis or Steph's bad nights. Therefore, the Warriors are put in the worst position that they can be right now, being down 3-1. Even though this looked like the end, it became far from it, because Steph and Giannis, they refused to lose. But Giannis rose up to the occasion and brute forced his way to a 4-3 series win, which gave them a push for the second round, which also had a more polished Cooper flag, which is great for the Mavs. That doesn't mean history's gonna change for them, because any team that solely relies on one guy to push you to get there has never made it that far. It didn't matter how much points Cooper flag had. He alone cannot contain Giannis or Steph, so his individual performance led the solid night for him, but not for the team, which cost them a 4-1 exit for the Mavs. Here we are in the most critical moment for Steph and Giannis. The stage is even bigger than before. The favorites to win are the Spurs. Wemby, time and time again, has proved he has what it takes to win. To Wemby, winning this series is a must. Change history. Not only he has a chance to do a three-peat here, but this can solidify him to be a great earlier in his career. Because if he can take down two greats once again who built a dynasty in this timeline, this can mean everything. So if Steph and Giannis lose here, they end the race with a draw with no victor to who owns the franchise. But if they win, one of them has a shot to become victorious. Every game became a chess move. Game 1, Steph was out of this world, dropping 52. Giannis did follow up with a 37-point triple-double, establishing this first move, which created a fire Wemby, because in Game 2, he dropped 32 and 17, which forced Giannis to get fouled out, and Steph alone couldn't focus on Wemby and Dylan Harper, which gave them the win. And heading into Game 3, the Spurs core asserted dominance. Therefore, the next game, it looked even worse for the Warriors. Things had to change. One of them decided to make the biggest sacrifice. Giannis decided to guard Wemby and prioritize defense. Steph is now completely the offensive juggernaut. Forced the series to an infamous Game 7. Throughout this whole entire timeline, the Game 7 has decided fates and chose legacies. So what will this Game 7 do? Well, Darren Fox tried to go inside. Of course, it didn't work.
Okay, they run the offense through Curry. Over Wemby. No good. Okay, Giannis on Darren Fox. Darren Fox trying to get by. It's not working. Giannis good defense. I don't know why Victor...
I don't know why Curry was on him defensively like he was going to do something. The dude's 7'4". I just don't understand.
Okay, Curry's bringing up the ball. Those are the Giannis. Let's go. What the? Wow. Okay, he missed. Let's go. He bricked. He's still up by 3. Still up by 3. Find Curry. Curry's hot right now. That's a crazy shot. Okay. Good steal. Threw that away. Curry has the ball. 46 seconds left. He pulls up in front of Castle. No good. So Castle, they find Bryant, and it's good. Curry still has the ball. He shoots it, and it's good. He's looking to drive. Oh, he gets a step back. I don't know what that sequence was, but that looked fire. I'm not gonna lie. That was crazy. What? Why would you pass to him? Isn't Curry the better free throw shooter? That's an interesting play. Pass to Stanley. I don't even know who Stanley is, but apparently he can shoot better free throws than Curry. There we go. They're gonna have to foul. Curry at the line. That's a scary sight. You don't want to see that. Make that free throw. Easy free throw. There we go. Now we up by 3. 1 possession game. Can't count. 2 possession game. Can't even count.
Then Darren Fox tries to take advantage of Curry. Going inside. He shoots it. And it was no good.
Seconds left. He finds Jaden McDaniels, and that's a good shot, but it's too late. It's too late for that. That's a good shot, but it's too late.
The Spurs just didn't have enough time in the end. Wemby couldn't repeat history. Steph and Giannis still have one more obstacle left, and being back where it all started was the best feeling for them, because this Hawks team that 2K created was not going to be the one that decides Steph's fate. Instead, Steph just couldn't keep up with Giannis' triple-double. This time around, Giannis just single-handedly asserted that he was better, meaning that he became victorious and he won the race. Now, I want you to decide. Despite Steph losing the race, do you still believe that he owns the franchise?